All right.
Now?
Yeah, it looks like we're live. Can we get a mic check? Make sure everyone can hear us.
Check. Sir. Sean Quigley tuning in.
Yep. All right.
It's working. Cool.
It's working.
Should we start it?
Yep.
All right.
Tim Foley
Hey.
says let it rip. All right, Tim Fox. Oh, not Tim Foley. Sorry.
Tim Fox. Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and today is Friday, February 9th, 2018, and I am joined here by none other than former Gamer of the Year, Pete Hahn,
Yes.
for another one of our podcasts. We haven't done one in a while, and today we are doing a live one here on Facebook, so thank you everybody for joining us. We are watching our stream chat, so make sure you let us know you're watching, and feel free to ask any questions. We've got, as always, a lot going on.
Oh, it's fun. If we miss your question, just type it again. We'll try to get to everyone though if we can. So if we miss you, sorry about that. But we're gonna. What do you want to start with today?
Your call. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Gamma.
Gamma. Galloping goes Gamma. We've been things have been progressing really well. It's been huge thanks to everybody that's been coming out and showing up to the Galloping Ghost Gamma. Galloping Ghost Gamma, for those that don't know, is the Galloping Ghost gym and martial arts school that we opened up. We've been adding several new trainers over there. Of course, we've got the Mortal Kombat actors, the legends of Mortal Kombat that you can go and train Wushu Kung Fu with Daniel Pesina and Wing Chun and weapons forms. Also, Philip On, who played Shang Tsung, you can go learn Taekwondo from him. John Parrish, who played Jax, is a personal trainer over there. Raina Cyril. There's non-Mortal Kombat people now. Raina Cyril is doing a lot of boot camps over there.
What is that hit thing?
It's like a high impact. It's a cardio, very fast paced.
Cool.
She's doing those, I think, 3 or 4 times a week.
I did see a post of hers on Instagram, because Gamma is also on Instagram. If you haven't, please follow them on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Because we're on Instagram, but Gamma has its own account, so you can follow both of us.
Yeah, definitely. We've been instituting and bringing in a few new... finishing out the trainers. We just also brought Deborah Matthews on, as well as Joe Diaz,
cool.
who'll be teaching White Crane Kung Fu. So,
nice.
A lot of different things going on over there. It's been great. A lot of people seem to be liking it. So we appreciate all the support that we've been getting from everybody on that. And it's $20 a month.
That's the basic monthly fee for the gym?
Yep.
Okay. And that includes use of the weights and everything else?
Yep.
Okay.
Classes are separate, and then also if you're just coming out to the gym for a day, if you're in from out of town, we have single day rates and stuff. So
awesome.
Check it out.
Excellent. So we see, thanks for getting ER Kung Fu. You're welcome, Sean.
Yes. ER Kung Fu, our most recent Monday mystery game.
You want to talk about the Monday mystery games?
Yeah, let's start with the Monday mystery games.
I'll pull up my spreadsheet.
Oh, cool.
We can go in reverse. We haven't podcasted in a while, so there's a ton we haven't done.
I could start by going backwards, because I can at least remember the last 2.
Okay, let me pull up the list for Monday mystery. Let's just start. This week was ER Kung Fu.
Shout out to Mark Schultz. See him on there.
Yeah, he said he's gonna come back and give the Galaga run another chance on Sunday.
Excellent. Huge shout out to Mark for his Galaga run. Most impressive. He's putting up just some amazing scores. So
yeah,
very impressive.
So he had 852K last Sunday. So we'll see how he does. I know his goal is 1 million to qualify for Score Wars.
I hope he does. I'm sure he will.
Yeah,
I think
he's already in there with his current score, but he's going to try to up it.
That's awesome.
All right, so this Monday, ER Kung Fu, which is probably our most requested game.
ER Kung Fu was easily the most requested game. We had 2 people come to the arcade and donate us boards over the past several years that are just like everybody was asking for it, and we've had it for a long time. I don't know. This was just the right week for it. It seemed so.
Yep.
Very happy to have it. It's a great addition.
It is.
And we've got a couple upgrades that we're doing to the cabinet soon. New control panel art, new some bezel artwork as well. So again, people asking and requesting games. Sometimes if you don't see it right away, doesn't mean we're not listening. It just takes time. There's always there's so many games to put on the floor. So.
Only so much space, only so many cabinets to put them in. So, yeah, like I'm happy we got that game. Like I'll probably give it a run later. But James came out with the high score for the night.
Yeah,
and congrats to James. He's got 9 wins toward the 10x. So he's 1 away.
He's right there.
He's right there. Last week was Ribbit.
Ribbit. That was such an amazing project. The only known board set out there is in the vaults of Sega.
Really?
And it is on the Sega C2 hardware, and it had been backed up on MAME, and so ours is a conversion board. We found a C2 board that was unpopulated and basically wrote the ROMs. There's a lot of jumpers. To get that to work, we had sent it all over the place to see who could get it to work, and everybody said it couldn't be done. And
that's just a challenge for you, isn't it?
It really is. It was. There's a lot of jumpers on it. Everybody said it was the security chip was the problem. It wasn't. It was jumpers, and then there was a ROM revision that was not really correct on MAME, so. We had that fixed, and then we literally got the ROM revision fixed
like right before
3 minutes before 5 o'clock.
That was crazy because we were trying to go live with like an update podcast before the Monday Mystery, but you were working on that.
Oh yeah,
and it was right before.
There's always so many things going on. We have been planning to do almost a weekly podcast. Mm-hmm. Starting earlier on Monday Mystery, and we just haven't gotten to it yet. But that will be starting soon. So
cool.
Keep an eye on the Monday Mystery game. It might be starting earlier and earlier, and
so we can update people and not have to do like 1 or 2 hour podcasts.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of information to get out there.
Yeah. There's a ton, and then there's a lot of people to congratulate, and we don't want to miss anyone. So.
Yeah, and I do need to apologize. I feel that. Me personally, I've been doing it very poorly. Is calling out the players that have been doing. You're always on point with making sure people's cards get out there, but I feel bad I still haven't done that commando write up, and I see so many of the scores that you're putting up and other players, and it's none of those should be overlooked, and I'm anxious for us to get back on track and apologize, but it's only been because of.
It's busy, yeah.
It's busy.
Yeah.
I
try to call out.
Now.
Yeah, jeez. It's a bit much, yeah. When there's like a cool record, I try to post up and give them props. If not, if I miss that, I usually try to shout them out on the scorecards when I print out the new scorecards. So every Tuesday, look for a scorecard post where that's when I usually do my updates after the weekend. And Monday, we have a lot of regulars that come in on Monday, so scores do fall usually on Monday.
For sure.
Yeah. So with Ribbit, Massey's ended up winning that, and that was his 7th win. So he's pretty close to James on the 10X.
That's awesome.
So it's going to come down to the next couple of weeks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the vaults there's some very interesting games coming up. We're trying to pick. Sometimes we don't even get to pick what the game is going to be. Sometimes it's one of the backup few that we have ready to go.
Because I know, like, the game you want, sometimes just you can't get it working in time.
It's true. Sometimes there'll be. That was almost the case with Ribbit. We were about to. We had pulled another game out from storage, from the vaults, and it was lining up, and then it was just like, no, we got it. So
cool.
But
all right, before Ribbit, we had Boogie Wings.
Boogie Wings, great game from Data East. 1994. That was one. It had such an Edward Randy over-the-top vibe to it.
Yep.
I forget where I had even seen it, but when I did see it, I know that went on my list of things that we just had to have there, and I think it went over really well. I think
almost everyone was playing it.
Even James was even playing.
James stayed for a while and played it. Jamie ended up winning that one. It was, I think he had shmupper advantage because he has the really fast button presses that let you do the lightning attack.
Yes.
So you gotta rapidly hit fire to do lightning from your vehicle. But Jamie ended up winning that, so he's got 4, I want to say, wins now. So yeah, we got 9, 7, and 4.
Yeah.
So we've got
it's still anybody's game.
Yeah.
You can. We've seen Mossies go on a giant win streak before, and who knows what'll happen.
Yep. So we're up to Super Burger Time. That's about a month ago.
Super Burger Time, another one that was few people had heard of that one. Finding there were so many games that I think a lot of the players don't realize had sequels to them. Super Burger Time and Ribbit would be another one. Ribbit was not an actual dedicated sequel.
Right.
It's more of a homage piece.
You could call it rip-off if you...
yeah.
You're being nice.
Yeah. It was... Well, Sega had interest. They released it.
Right. Gremlin brought out the Frogger here, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a Konami game.
Right.
And it was... I don't know. They did that a lot. Especially in the 90s, there was games like Beirut, which is just a
knockoff.
It's a Contra knockoff. Tough Turf, that's a Double Dragon knockoff. So many cool games like that. So it's fun to put those out and let people see them, especially when you think they haven't heard of them. So
we got a few more regulars joining in the stream chat. We got Tony Tanner, Dan Accavelli, Tim Foley. Jamie Tibbetts just joined, it says. So thank you everyone for tuning in.
I just saw Troy Smith log in not too long ago. Huge shout outs to Troy.
Cool.
We get a lot of great cabinets from Troy. He's hooked us up a lot over the years. A great person to buy cabinets from. Look him up on Facebook. He is lining up on something that I am very excited about. If he comes through with it, it'll be absolutely amazing.
Cool.
And we hope. We're all waiting for. I'm waiting for a message, like another rare game coming, hopefully.
Cool. So James was the winner on Super Burger Time, but I think everyone got into that one.
Yeah, there was another one that I saw people there the following week, and they were anxious to play it again. Tibbetts was playing it. And,
yeah, I think he got pretty far in it too.
Yeah, it's five stages with multiple levels in each stage.
Yeah, it's like 1-1 to 1-4 to 1-4, right? Cool.
And then boss fights and...
Oh, there's Troy. He's talking in the stream there.
Troy, what's up, man? Shout outs.
So how far back do you want to go with these Monday Mystery Games? That's a month.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Well, we can ramp it up there. There's a ton. There's a ton. There's a ton.
All right. So yeah, we'll drop the Monday Mystery Games there.
Make sure you tune in this Monday. I have not picked what we're putting up yet. But the choices are, there's a lot of choices. It's as again we're at 4:34 right now. So
4 or 6?
Or sorry, 6.
We lost some games.
We lost some games.
The snow took them.
6:35 will be going up on Monday. It's getting harder to pick just because there's so many crazy good games. We've got a bunch of good stuff coming. I was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, all right, I'm almost to the point where I'm not buying anything else for a little bit, and then like 10 games popped up, and it's like, well, I can't not buy those.
Is it because like if you don't buy them, you'll never see them again, or?
Yeah,
okay.
There's a lot of. We are so fortunate in the support that we get from the community and the fact that. And I just got a message from somebody. I can't even name names. I haven't cleared it, but there was 3 people that have reached out to me in the last week with, "Hey, I have this insanely rare game or games, and
you want them?
We're giving you guys first shot at them." It's so cool that people have an appreciation where they know they can probably get more from a collector, but they want to see people play these and enjoy them.
Yeah.
Which, that reflects so good on the community for wanting to share this stuff rather than it just being about the cash behind it or, or anything else. It's just it's an amazing thing, the arcade gaming community.
Yeah, they look after us. They took care of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we appreciate that from everybody, all the support, and it's really made us what we are today. And that's really what pushes us to keep growing and making us want to be bigger and better and keep improving and preserving all these games for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah. We've got a couple questions here. Do you have any Mr. Do titles in the vault, can you say?
Mr. Do title. Who's asking that?
Sean Quigley.
Sean Quigley asking if we have any Mr. Do
He can trade some ghost coins for that knowledge. make him give up a ghost coin.
No, I will, and I feel bad. We had both Mr. Do's Castle and Mr. Do's Wild Ride, and I took them out of the vaults because I for whatever reason, I was like, I don't think these are as worth having on the floor.
Okay.
Like, I like them, and 2 days ago, I pulled them. I was like, no, these have to go on the floor. What am I thinking?
Okay.
So, Mr. Do's Wild Ride, Mr. Do's Castle will be going on the floor eventually.
Okay, cool. Do Run? Jamie Tibbet says do Run.
I don't have Do Run yet.
Okay.
It's on the list. It's
cool.
One of those that, again, the list is getting pretty small. If I never pass up a good deal on a game. But
this brings up, Tim Foley said put a fighting game out, then he's like, where's Soul Calibur? So do you have any plans for Soul Calibur? Because that's the one fighting series that people ask for that we don't have.
I know it, and that's... We had Soul Calibur 3 out for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Arcade edition, not the home port.
No, arcade edition, and it had a lot of issues keeping it up and running, and we eventually pulled it off the floor. Everybody's been asking about Soul Calibur 2.
2 is, in my opinion, the best of the series.
That's pretty clear across the board.
Yeah.
From everybody, if they're asking about Soul Calibur.
Even 1's good too, but 2 is better, I think.
Yeah. Maybe. It's not... Honestly, I like the game, but it's never one that has really been... I gotta have it.
Mm-hmm. It's not like Tekken for you or anything?
And even Tekken, the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a little below Tekken, and it was a long time we didn't have a Tekken on the floor.
Yeah. That's true. Well, the latest one they didn't release on arcade. No, they did. The latest, they did. I forgot. So yeah, there's 7 Tekkens. That's crazy. Okay.
More than that.
Mm-hmm. All the Bloodline Rebellions and the Dark Resurrections and all those.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought I just saw Troy say something, but I missed it.
Here, I can scroll down real quick. Let's see. Troy said, I'm hoping to get a big one for you soon.
Thank you, Troy.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Almost fell out of my chair there.
Feel free, for those just joining us, make sure just to ask away on questions. We're watching the chat, and we'll try to answer everything.
How's the expansion going? Dan Icavelli asks.
Dan Icavelli, I was on the phone with the landlord again yesterday night, and things are progressing very well. It's a 2-part step. He bought a new building so that we can have the 4th building that is by the arcade. He had to do a very large build out and make a large investment to get that done. I was really hoping it wasn't going to snow this bad because it's
delaying stuff.
I'm hoping it doesn't delay stuff because we were supposed to have all his stuff out this month and be able to start construction. So it's right here. It's just like the anticipation is so high. We have had to start cycling games off the floor next door to reproductions. All those are ready to come back. They're all fully still playable. We hope that nobody has... I don't even think I've heard anybody mention one that isn't on the floor. So
we're trying to strategically pick less played ones.
Yeah, just stuff that people aren't looking for and noticing. So
we won't pull any of our one of ones. So
no. Nothing recent. Yeah. Nothing that people are going for. Going for scores on. We're trying to make very discreet things, and all of them again are next door. So
a few comments in the stream. How many games do you think you'll have after the expansion is complete? So we're at 630 something now.
We're at 630 something right now.
I don't know.
There'll probably be... There's 180 games in the vault right now.
Wow. And they're not all going to fit, though, right? Well, are we going to move any of the games on the floor currently there to alleviate the choke points?
First and foremost, we will be bringing... Everything that's off the floor will be brought back.
Okay.
The choke points will be removed. I should put that first. The choke points will be removed first and foremost.
On the weekends, it gets a little hard to weave around.
It does. Yeah. And I am fully aware of that. It's there's so many things that we want to be doing to make the plays better. Again, I hope everybody just bears with us with the crushing amount of work that's going on here between the 5 businesses. It's staggering. It's 17 hours every single day, and there's just not enough time in the day to get it all done. We hope to...
Dan Activate says, make it like a contest, like guessing the jelly beans in a jar. That's how many games we can fit.
Well, yeah. There's a while where we were still getting 1 or 2 more in. It's like just reorganizing was really making it work. Yeah. But it is at capacity right now. It's a very big space. It's a long space. So we will have...
Like it goes all the way to the end of the building? Like all the way back to the alley?
All the way back to the alley,
okay.
Which... and further because of the way the building is slanted.
Oh, okay.
So it is easily the longest. It is a giant, uninterrupted west wall. And then we should have room for a double column of games and then the
wall space.
The wall space.
Okay.
So it will be a lot. I think we could potentially alleviate all the stress and maybe empty the vaults.
That's crazy. Okay.
It's a lot of space. Like that long wall, there's a lot of room there.
Okay. A couple of things in the stream chat. Tim Foley is yelling pinball. Pinball, pinball, pinball.
Pinball, pinball, pinball. Yes.
Anything you care to say on that, or?
There will be, with the reorganization of the arcade floor, our goal is to bring pinball up closer to the front so we can keep an eye on it a little bit better. So in hopes of...
Keeping the games up more.
More. Because there's nothing more disappointing than we've got 4 pins right now being Twilight Zone, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Funhouse, and Caveman. Mm-hmm. If you're counting Caveman.
I'll count it.
What about Baby Pack?
Yeah, I'll count it. And same with Granny and the Gators.
And Granny and the Gators. So maybe we have 4, maybe we have 6, maybe we have 3, mm-hmm. depending on how you're looking at it. We want to bring... I'm definitely bringing a few of the pins back. Space Invaders and Gorgar will return. Last time, when we were on Mancow, mm-hmm. Mancow said, hey, you need to have Viper. He's like, that's my game, Viper.
Oh, okay, so we're getting that one?
Oh, we got it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
We have it.
Okay. Oh, Jason Krogh joined, and he said he will see us next week.
Looking forward to that. Ghost for Life.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to having him out. Again, that's for our swap meet.
Yep. We've got Tom Todd is asking how much, he's curious how much our electric bill is. Do you release that information?
No. The electric bill is... It's honestly probably not as bad as you would think it is. It is an unpleasant check to write every month.
But necessary.
Second only to rent. But it's not as bad as most people think. It's a lot, though.
Any chance of seeing Radar Scope on the floor?
Radar Scope is one I do not have. It is not in the vaults.
I don't know that game. Is it older?
Yeah. It's... I want to say it's...
Like late 70s?
I think it might be 80,
okay,
as I recall. I don't have that yet. Haven't really had too many people ask about it, but and definitely not one you see too often. But if people ask for it, Like, make sure you keep asking for it.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a little suggestion box up front by the counter. You can always, if you have ideas for games for us, just drop them in there.
Throw them in there.
There's a slot in the back, and we look at those. Well, you look at those.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or message me direct.
Yeah.
Like, or stop me in the arcade and be like, hey, why don't you have this?
Time Crisis we used to have, and are we getting any more Time Crises?
Time Crisis is another one of those where...
Part 2 would be good. It's 2-player.
Yeah.
But it's big.
Yeah. We had the original Time Crisis with the giant 50-inch screen and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Those original guns are so expensive.
They're the same as the point blank ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
It was so disheartening to have to fix that as often. That was the main reason it eventually had to come off the floor. It was too big and just too much maintenance. And, like, I remember, I don't know if it was me and Brandon. I think it was me and Brandon that fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was perfect. And, like, that Saturday, we had fixed it, like, on a Friday. And we came in, and on Friday night, somebody had pushed the lens in and shattered the shell on it. And it's like...
Oh, that's abusive, yeah.
Yeah, it was heavy damage. Mm-hmm. It's like it's hard to, and it's a thing with like the driving games. Like they take a lot of abuse, and we really try, but it's bad when it gets to the point where a game seems like it's always down.
Yeah, we've had that with a couple of games where like it's just a constant battle, but every time the same customer comes asking for it, it's down. So at that point, it's like, I'm really sorry. This is just a chronic issue. There's games that are just down a lot.
Baby Pac-Man is getting like that.
So Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter has had one persistent problem,
right.
And I think it's. I know it's been on Seth's list and Doug's list, mm-hmm. and it just needs to make its way back up.
Which game was the game that goes down the most? Baby Pac-Man?
Right now, it's Baby Pac-Man.
Yeah.
There's the dailies that we have where there's probably 40 games that you need to do something to make them turn on every day.
Yeah.
Whether it's just shut them back off, turn them back on, or tap the board, or something. But
Mystic Warriors is on the floor, yes. Correct.
I'm asking for Mystic Warriors.
Quigley was. He was just here. Everyone's blasting him now for it. Any Atari games in the vault?
Yes.
Any that you can say the name of?
No.
Okay.
If somebody wanted to throw out a title, maybe I would confirm or deny or
okay.
mislead or who knows.
Misdirect.
Misdirect.
It's like a Houdini misdirection.
It's all about the misdirection.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the vaults that I don't even know of. So.
Yeah, even you. I like surprising you with
like
with
half
games.
the time the mystery games, like I don't know what they are.
Oh, it's a secret to everyone.
Yep.
Again, I should say for those just joining us, make sure if you've got questions about Galloping Ghost Arcade, Productions, Dark Presence, Specter Files, Reproductions, Gamma, Orcade. Oh, there's so much coming up about Orcade.
If you haven't, make sure to follow all those different entities on the social media sites. Like, I think every one of those has their own Facebook page now. Dark Presence does, Productions does,
Reproductions
does, Gamma does. So yeah, I want to say I don't know if all of them are on Instagram separately, but I know the Arcade and Gamma are both on Instagram. So follow those. The Arcade is on Twitter. Follow the Twitter account. We always announce stuff there first, so you won't miss anything. Sean Quigley, Mystic Warriors is located by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Metamorphic Force. It's by all the Konami 4-player games.
That we have another thing I'm looking forward to in the expansion. We will be splitting up some more of our 2-in-1 games. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time. I've got a dedicated cabinet for Turtles in Time.
Cool.
So those will be splitting. And then I've also got Sunset Riders. So Cowboys and Moon Mesa and Sunset Riders will be
I've been
separated.
meaning to dig into the Sunset Riders game.
Oh, it's so good.
It kind of, I don't know, it feels like my kind of game.
For sure.
Yeah.
We will have every 4-player Konami released game
in its own cabinet,
in its own original dedicated cabinet, and that's going to be good.
Is Specter Files ready to go? Is that like fully updated, and can we start setting scores on it?
Yes, Specter Files, the unreleased, not completed, unfinished Laserdisc game from 1984
is finished.
Is finished. There will be one more cabinet upgrade.
Okay. Gameplay is going to remain the same.
Gameplay scores are ready to go on it.
Okay.
Some of the changes that we made, we took the project. Brian Colin, who's the original creator of it, was him and Game Refuge. Turned it over. We've been doing a little bit of the coding in house now, fixing some of the scoring issues and
the loops.
So we took out the loop. So it's a much cleaner playthrough now. Fixed a couple of bugs. Huge shout outs to Will Sierra, lead programmer over here at Productions, for finishing that up. We are going to be doing a very limited production of 10 arcade games of that. We're going to be doing new side art. I love the artwork that Brian did for that cabinet, but it did seem like it kind of... the art was great, but didn't represent what the game was as well. So
I can see that.
There's a new iteration of it, so we're going to be doing another cabinet upgrade on that, and then that'll be done. We'll have 10 cabinets made for it. So if anybody's interested in that, hit us up on Productions, and those can be going to other venues or collectors, and
not that many out there to exist.
It is going to be doing. It's a very limited run.
Fred's asking, when will Mars Matrix be getting upgraded? Does that mean not splitting a 2-on-1?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
It will be soon. It will hopefully. Mars Matrix, great game. Fred, love watching Fred play.
He's a master of that game.
He is so good at it. Anxious to see that separated and have its own cabinet. Get some artwork for it. So it's coming. It won't be. It's not
soon.
It's not in the first 25% of things to do with the expansion.
So it's on the back burner.
It's not. It's on the stove though.
Okay. Any chance of buying the Chinese restaurant to get more arcade space?
It is possible. Canton is. I know a lot of people like Canton, so it is not super urgent to push them out. The next thing would be the next point of interest would be the remaining Air Chef space.
Oh, so we go all the way back in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, again, would be a large amount of space. It's, again, with the rent there, the rent is getting way up there, which is fine. It's cost doing business, but that would be an expensive
buyout.
Okay. But it's something that
Specter Files needs cheesy Konami side art. That'd be awesome if we have Brian Colin pose for his own side art, live actor style.
Yeah,
we could do that.
We actually did use for the artwork for the new side art. It is off of composite stuff out of the game. So.
Oh, okay. So it will be.
It doesn't have. There's something very special about Konami side art, and it's hard to capture that.
Crime Fighters is one of the best. So is Special Project Y.
Vendetta.
Vendetta's got good side art. Yeah, they did great stuff.
Contra, Lethal Enforcers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Konami side art out there.
So we've got. Jonah is asking, when will Tekken be moved away from the driving games so big guys like me can play? I look like a game from Spy, or the guy from Spy. Maybe I could see that.
Tekken, the whole arcade will be getting quite a bit of a revamp, and there's still so many things on the list. The rearrange should alleviate a lot of the tight spots. There will be a lot of games moving to where they'll be more comfortable. it's been one of those persistent things that we want to.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. It's just a timing thing, and out of the box, we should thin out very well and have a lot of. It'll take a little bit of time. We want to make it very seamless to like, hey, the new space is there. Here's all these new games, and the arcade is been rearranged. We're also hoping to stuff like the lighting. Like the lighting has been bugging me for a long, long time. I've heard it from players and stuff. There's cabinets with specific glare. We've been looking into literally. We keep trying new things, and short of changing all of the lighting in the place, which we might do, we're gonna next try moving the lights over, and that's kind of brought up. In doing that, it'll probably make the arcade dimmer.
By a lot?
I don't know.
I know that's not your vision for the place, is to be like a dingy. Like some people like that look, like,
for sure.
For like
for sure.
the '80s, like.
Dark. I was actually just thinking last night. I was like, man, I've been missing a lot of our Saturday night events, and I was thinking maybe we'll have a dark arcade for
Saturday.
For Saturday,
that'd be cool.
So.
Yeah, like, and it's something I hear often from customers, like, hey, there's glare on this game, and if you ever run into an issue where you can't play a game, I can dim the lights in that row, I can control them row by row.
Right.
So just let me know, or I can just unplug the bulb above you. But just
don't
ask
do
us.
that on your own.
Yeah, don't help yourself to anything.
If you're a regular, even don't do that.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us fix it for you.
Yeah, it's something that we want to help you play the best game you can. Yeah. So if the glare is bothering you, just let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Fred's adults only after 8 p.m. Maybe 10. I don't know. So what do you want to cover next? We've got
your call. Where are we going?
I don't know. We've got a few things to cover.
There's MGC. There's Dark Presence.
Yeah, let's talk about upcoming events.
All right.
Well, the next one is next Saturday, Swap Meet.
Very excited for that.
So the tables went extremely quick. I'm really happy that there was so much interest. And vendor setup starts at 10, and everyone is welcome to start coming in at 11 a.m. for the general public. Scott says dark does not equal dingy. I agree.
Yes.
Dark does not have to be dingy. Huge
shout out to Scott Lambert of the Underground Retrocade. One of our favorite arcades out there.
I think it's a great arcade.
It is.
Yep. So Saturday, Swap Meet. It's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. What's the date on that? 17th?
Yes.
So yeah, there's always a ton of vendors. You got arcade boards, consoles, accessories. We have some of our marquees out. Windy Gaming's going to be here with a super gun and some other stuff. So definitely come out if you can. Hopefully the weather's better.
I'm going to be doing a tech class again in it.
Was there going to be a Ghost Coin event too?
There will be a Ghost Coin event as well, which I should probably... I'm thinking about setting up a cabinet and just letting people with Ghost Coins maybe pick some games out of the vault to play
just put in the cabinet, just like a JAMA setup?
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be cool. Just you get to put whatever you want.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, Will said you don't know how to say his last name. He corrected you.
Oh. Sorry.
Any Neo Geo carts at the swap? It's probably the same ones we had last time. I don't think we've added anything new to our Neo Geo carts. There will be other people there with Neo Geo carts, though.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. I know.
I'm wondering how I said it and what I said wrong.
Well, we can ask him later.
I'm sure I'll hear about
it. The thing with the Neo Geo, like the multi MVS is coming out, the Dark Soft multi version. So a lot of people are dumping their MVS carts lately. I've seen online. So I think now's a good time to get MVS carts if you want them.
For sure. There's never a bad time to get MVS carts.
So yes, next Saturday, see y'all there.
For the Saturday tech class, I believe we will be doing a double, showing people how to. I'll have a solder set up, so we're going to be showing people how to solder, can do test soldering, desolder stuff, and probably going a little bit in depth on ROMs and how to use a ROM burner and erase chips and talk about different chip types and everything like that. So
Okay. Cool. So we have. Someone just said Combat Con 3. Do we have any definitive plans yet?
Combat Con 3, no definitive plans so far. It will happen.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a time frame yet. Right now, the MK actors they're definitely very busy. They're a lot of them. Daniel Pacina is doing a lot of shows. We have MGC coming up where we will be bringing Daniel Pacina and Philip on and John Parrish, and I think Rich DeVizio is coming with us too this time. So
Cool.
Should be a really fun show, but not Combat Con.
Okay. Any chance of getting the actor who played Stryker? Have you been able to find this gentleman?
I have still not been able to locate Michael O'Brien or Eddie Wong, who played Stryker and Liu Kang.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. We had some leads; they've turned up nothing. They're just eluding us, and keep trying though. Okay. It's normally everything as a date gets picked out. The focus swings a lot more. Right now, honestly, there's a few things that we've kind of kept in mind. It's like, oh, we got to make sure this is ready for Combat Con. We better do it now. So there will be progress on that soon. We also have I think 1 or 2 more statues coming of MK actors.
Very
so we'll
cool.
be paying tribute more to the actors.
You can't see them in the shot. They're like cut off in the back. But yeah, they're pretty cool.
Sindel was the last one.
So we had a question. Did you ever get hard driving? We did not get hard driving, did we?
Hard driving is not on the. We do not have it on the arcade floor. No.
Right. Okay. So what events do you want to talk about next? Do we have any T20 information that you want to divulge?
We have a date, don't we?
We didn't officially announce it yet, did we?
We could.
Okay.
It is, and it seems like I'm just making something up here.
No, it's not. It's in the calendar. I'll prove it.
It is August. I believe the weekend before the anniversary.
Yep. So the anniversary is on Monday the 13th.
Yes.
And the weekend before is what we're looking for T20.
So August 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yep.
And then the anniversary will be on the 13th.
So that's set in stone?
Yes.
You're live on stream.
Live on stream.
You've confirmed it.
Where's my stone tablet that I can etch that those are the dates for T20?
Okay.
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back Cockpit, I believe, is needing a monitor still, Sean. So it's still not up.
Yeah, we are doing a tube swap on that. That should be hopefully the next day or so.
Okay.
I believe.
I like how I believe is
I believe.
It's an addendum.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. All right. Any other events you want to divulge dates on?
MGC, Midwest Gaming Classic. That's coming up in April.
I don't know the dates on that off the top of my head.
I want to say it's the 13th, 14th, somewhere around there.
New venue, though, right?
A new venue.
Yeah.
Definitely go to their Facebook page. Check it out. We're going to be there in full force. We've been talking with Dan Lewson. It is going to be a really amazing show. Again, bringing the MK actors. We've got Jeff Lee and Tom Malinowski coming with us. We've got Brian Cullen coming with us.
Isn't Martin coming this time? Alessi?
Yes, Martin Alessi will be there. It's going to be awesome. Martin Alessi of Little Player fame. We're going to be bringing a lot of... We'll probably have stuff that we haven't put on the floor.
Cool.
So
A preview?
A sneak preview of games. So you'll see it only at MGC until you see it here at the arcade.
A few things from the stream chat. Can anyone stop Zerst's Reign of Terror? Probably not, but we'll see. And then Quigley said, I will bring Zerst down. We'll see about that.
It could happen.
With the closure of Richie's Arcade, do you expect there will be a Boda this year? You know, we should do our own Boda. We can't use the name Boda, but
Right.
we can kind of do our own.
There is, and with the relaunch of Orcade coming up very soon, we've been screaming through the development of Orcade now. I think something like that would be a very good thing.
Yeah.
And we've got, with Orcade, a huge surprise for a lot of the other arcades that we're excited to show, but it's just like we have something ready, but it's just a couple more weeks before we start talking very in-depth with other arcades and the future of Orcade. And I'm extremely excited for it. I think it is going to be, I think it'll be well received. I think there'll be a lot of questions on it.
Yeah, there's always going to be an adjustment period and questions, but
for sure.
War of the Arcades, there you go. It's not Battle of the Arcades, it's War of the Arcades.
War of the Arcades.
Yeah, that was just a battle.
Right.
It's a good idea, Fred.
There's been a lot of interest from a few arcades. The One Up Arcade out in Australia, we were talking with them about doing some competitions,
yeah.
And I think it's next few months. I think things are going to get really interesting and much more connected than they've ever been in the arcade community.
Okay, cool. Any new events besides those?
I think that's it. Now I'm kind of thinking about this Saturday night dark arcade.
What would be what would we do? Would you put music on the speakers, or just dim the lights a little bit?
Dim the lights a bit. Maybe we'd tie it to a Sharp Dress Saturday too. We haven't done one of those in a long time.
Is there like a ghost coin benefit if you participate?
Sure.
Nice.
Of course. The coins everywhere.
They're just, yeah. Will you ever add console scores to Orcade? It will be strictly arcade, hence the name. Yeah, the focus, at least with the new site, is going to be just arcades, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It might have a...
I know we were talking about like enter your own score section where it's not going to be an official score, but you can track your console scores. Were you still thinking about that?
I've been really wanting to just be pure on the arcade side. Mm-hmm. It's not impossible to use the same setup to do console scores, but I really want to keep them very separate. Like, to me, the scoring sites that kind of...
track everything.
Yeah, it's... We do the main thing that we do, we want to do it really well. And console stuff can add so many more issues, and
then you have the... Like, okay, if I put in a console score, does that count? Do I get tokens for that? And is that going to boost my ranking against the arcade players? And we don't want to have that, distinction needed.
For sure. So I think it would be best if we just stay arcade. And maybe along the way we can give an option once we've vetted out everything and been like, make sure that people are enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah. Tutorial videos of what kind? Jonah is asking. I wonder what tutorial videos are you asking about? If you could just clarify that.
Yeah. Well, I would assume
maybe tech videos.
Tech videos. Yeah. We've got a few in the queue. We've had everybody. They were being edited. There's kind of this fine line of. It's all timing. Again, everybody is stretched so thin here, and doing multiple duties, and like Brandon has now been so busy down at reproductions.
Yep.
So it's just kind of one of those things. We've shot some tutorial videos. We've done wiring a cabinet. We've done some more detailed explanation of not just JAMA, but wiring in general. Seth has shot some videos, and we're trying to give them a little bit more production value. And in doing that, it's taking longer.
Yeah.
Like we can, if somebody's like, "Hey, I need to do this now," we can always help people walk through stuff. People can bring stuff out.
A recapping video, yeah, I think that would help a lot of people. That's one of the most common things to do.
A recap for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely, we should make comments in this video post as to what you want, just so we have what everybody wants. What we're trying to do is make content for everybody, what they find useful. So make sure we know it.
What is T-Mech? T-Mech cabinet. It sounds like a big...
T-Mech is a big cabinet.
It sounds like a big cabinet, just by the sound of it. It sounds like a mech thing.
I honestly, I don't have a T-Mech cabinet, but if I had space and saw one at a good deal, I probably wouldn't pass it up.
Would or would not?
I would not.
Oh,
I
okay.
would not. It's a cool game.
Yeah, that's one. What is our most requested? We have that's a virtual on, yeah, the dual stick shooter or twin stick.
Yeah,
that's one of our most requested games too.
So many people ask for that.
Yeah,
it's like you don't see them.
Yeah, I don't see them much, but we'll see.
Sometimes you see them.
Cool.
Yeah,
we're good on events.
I think that is it for events.
Okay.
We'll make a post about the
what are we going to call it? Turn out the lights. Turn down the lights. Kick out the kids. No.
I kept thinking about stuff, and it kept freaking me out. I'm like thinking that whatever we call it, if it's like, oh, the lights are going out at dark at the Galloping Ghost or whatever, people are going to be afraid that we're going out of business.
Yeah.
Which is not the case.
No.
We'll come up with something.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about next? You want to just go over a few high scores?
We can do high scores. That's all right.
Yeah, there's been so many since we've last talked. I just want to highlight a couple that I think should be talked about. But the big one I think is Tim Vermeulen's marathon. He was out here awesome. A couple weeks ago doing a frenzy marathon.
Yes.
And he played about 8 and some hours, and put up more than 1.1 million. So big shout out to Tim Vermeulen for
congratulations.
Doing that Newhouse record. I think if he wanted to, he could probably get the world record in that game. He's like really good at that game.
Yeah.
The world record's like 4 million, and Tim did like a little more than 1 million.
That's just a time thing.
Yeah, it's the endurance and the time, and planning how you're gonna get your rest in.
For sure.
But he's really good at that game, so I want to give him a shout out.
That's awesome.
Let's
Who
see.
else? What other scores?
There's a couple. James beat a 1984 world record from Galaxy Ranger. When we put that on the floor, by the end of the week, James had beaten that score. So it was a long-standing score that went down.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That cabinet is unbelievable.
The side art's really cool.
Yeah, it is. Again, that had been backed up for reproductions.
Mm-hmm.
But not a lot of them out there.
Yeah, other than that, those are just the main ones I was thinking of. But the other posts I do on Facebook, I'll cover the normal the house highs and stuff. But if anyone is going to go for a big marathon score, or you want Mark Schultz is going for the Score Wars competition. If you're going for some big score, we'd love to host you. We had Kelly Tharp out here over the summer for his Mousetrap Marathon. He's the world record holder. He was trying to increase his record. Came up a little short, but we like doing this kind of stuff. We'll stream it, everything, put out the ropes for you. So.
For sure.
Cosmic Gaming, that's not a bad name. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yep.
Huge shout outs to Ed.
Ed, yeah, he's been in a lot. He goes to Gamma.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Cool.
Taking full use of both entities.
Yep. He's a member down at the gym, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So I've seen his name on a couple scorecards lately too.
That's.
So what else you want to cover today? Or is there anything else?
We've been huge progress on Dark Presence.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing a lot of play testing and progressing really well. Very anxious to show that at Midwest Gaming Classic. We should have all 8 characters playable.
Wow.
That's
good.
They're
Marshall Adam Johnson asks, where are you located? We are in Brookfield, Illinois, which is just west of Chicago. We're just out of the city. So our address is 9415 Ogden, but it'll be on our website if you need directions. Just gallopingghostarcade.com.
Don't be fooled. There's the arcade, there's reproductions, there's productions, and there's Gamma. So there's a lot of ghost logos.
Yeah, when you go down Ogden, there's going to be a bunch of ghosts.
Yeah. I saw somebody had said that we were closed one night at like 10 o'clock.
We definitely weren't.
No.
Yeah.
Even today, all the snow, we're open.
Yep. Open 365, so come on out.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the arcade is the furthest west down Ogden, so you're going to see just across from the Dunkin' Donuts on the other side of the street is Gamma, and then the productions office, and then after that, reproductions will be a block down or so, and then finally the arcade. The arcade open till 2 a.m. every day, so come on down. Yeah.
Cool. Another thing about Galloping Ghost reproductions, we've been adding. We're still growing reproductions. Like, we want to be able to do pretty much anything that you would need to restore an arcade cabinet as far as full artwork. We're going to be starting to look into more of parts ordering for people.
Is this 3D printing would be part of it too?
3D printing as well.
Okay.
We're set up. We can do 3D printing. We can do the modeling if needed, the 3D modeling. Mm-hmm. If you've got files to be 3D printed, we can do that. We can do banners. Like, it's been a lot of...
What about shirts?
We are getting very close to being set up to do shirts. We'll be doing silk screening for shirts and marquees. And
I want to have a James White shirt made.
We can do one-off shirts. We are not set up for sublimation printing just yet, but we'll be getting onto that next.
Okay.
So pretty much anything.
Anything you want, yeah.
Yeah, we want to be the one-stop shop to do anything and everything. We want to have all the artwork. We're still in the process of scanning everything in. Artwork that we've needed, we've been redrawing and vectorizing, and it's been so time-consuming, but I think ultimately, even already with the amount of support from the other arcades like Underground Retrocade and Pixel Blast, and people reaching out to us to ask for, hey, I need this artwork, do you have it? And it's like, yeah, we got that.
Yeah, and if not, like, I know you've been working to make stuff happen if it's not out there, like for Up and Down, like I think it was kind of pieced together from what you had.
Up and Down was a cool project. Yeah. But yeah, all the new cabinets that we're getting in, they're getting scanned right away, and it's been really fun. I just am finishing up a game we didn't have bezel art for it. And there's no artwork out for it, so.
Delutri just joined. He says hi.
Oh, shout outs to Chris Delutri.
Yep.
He was out here not too long ago. Mm-hmm. One of the original ghosts.
Yep. The Darkade, that's pretty good too. Darkade night. So yeah, as long as people don't think we're closed.
Right,
yep.
Right. A dark arcade. I've seen too many. Too many with negative connotations. Not that they're all like that.
Nope.
Like, I grew up going to many dark arcades, but...
Oh, me too. It was always fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, shall we turn it over to the stream chat, or do you have any other announcements?
Let's open up stream chat.
Any questions?
Probably going to be wrapping up in a few. If you have any other questions you want answered, let it be known now.
Galloping Ghost After Dark. That could be taken multiple ways. Somber Saturdays.
Somber Saturdays?
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Galloping Ghost After Dark. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. We'll see.
We need one of those Batman, like the bat symbol, just to point at the building.
Just illuminate the ghost.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it won't be so much time before we get to do another one again.
Yeah,
we've missed so many scores. I do apologize to all the high scorers because there's been a ton of scores that went up in the last couple of months.
This podcast, we wanted to just basically get everybody up to speed and kind of discuss the events. I would really like our next podcast to be
topic based, maybe
topic and guest based. So
yeah.
that'll be coming up soon. We've been trying like for the last like 3 weeks to pick a time, and then finally we at least got.
Today it worked out because we've got coverage at the arcade, and the arcade's slow because of the snow. So
yeah,
we made it work today. So thank you all for joining us.
Yeah. So last chance for questions.
Anyone?
Anything?
Well, mostly anything. Mostly anything. Mark, great to see you. Great to see you in the. We'll have you on Sunday.
We will have a.
Hello from North Africa. Hi, thanks for watching.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We will be having big news on Orcade. I think probably that will require its own podcast when we start doing Orcade posts and talking about the upcoming growth of that. So,
any more sweatshirts? Are those were only for fundraisers and employees, right?
Yes.
So, are you going to be doing any more with the new print shop?
We will have a new design coming up for hoodies and sweatshirts, and there should be a lot more apparel and merchandise coming very soon. So definitely let us know what you want to see, and we can make it. Even if it's a one-off, that's fine. We can do it.
Cool. Delutri saying to play the guitar. You want to do an outro on your guitar? you got the guitars behind you there. No,
maybe next time.
Okay.
Next time. I'll play us in and out next time.
So there was a question about. I'm not trying to avoid the question there about the controversy on Twin Galaxies. It's like I don't have much to say on it. You know, I don't have any thoughts one way or another. It is what it is. I just hope that the right scores are not taken out, and I hope that if there's any scores that are bogus, that they get taken out. I just want people to get credit for what they've done. That's all.
For sure.
I don't have a horse in that race, as they say. But it's good that people are examining these things, but it's not. I don't want any part of the controversy. That's all.
My big problem that I had with all of this is that there are so many amazing accomplishments happening
now
all the time
within
all these new arcades, and they don't get this type of recognition. And of course, like a controversy like this, it's bringing everybody out of the woodwork, but it's so the negative side to it.
The negative is getting more attention than the positive most of the time is the problem.
And that's it's sad, really. Like the accomplishments that are happening, the players that are even coming in. It's like I've seen more people talking about this, and it's like, why is this getting the spotlight? Like, it's something that needs to be addressed 100%, but that should be the blip. Like, oh, this score wasn't valid, and this, and move on.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, what about all these other scores that are valid, that are great accomplishments, that there's scores going down from 84. Yeah. There's crazy things going on.
And no one's talking about those
Nobody
things.
says anything. Yeah. And it's like...
Yeah, I wonder what happened. I wonder why the focus is... It's easy to focus on the negative, I think, is why...
It is, but...
People like the drama.
That is what keeps everything where it's at.
Yeah.
It's like... It's... The Billy Mitchell scores were so important because it was a big accomplishment, regardless of what credibility it had to it. But moving on, it's kind of like, this is not what we should be focusing on.
Yeah, I mean, people have beaten that score 10 times. Well,
right.
Not 10 times over, but that score wouldn't even be top 10 anymore. So why don't we focus on the current world record that just happened? Right. So let's focus on the positive.
Yeah, and not turn a blind eye to it, but it does need to be kind of like, yeah, this happened. Mm-hmm. But there's just total disregard for things that are so much more important and better. Yeah. It's disappointing. That's something I hope that hopefully with Orcade and not just an Orcade thing. It's like TG, everybody, anybody that's a scoring house needs to be taking the accomplishments that players are doing, taking them seriously, treating them with respect, and promoting that.
Yeah, I that's why I try to make it a focus of mine to, like, when somebody gets a good score, beats an old record, I try to post about it. With the new Orcade, you're going to see more of those kind of articles on the front page. But at least in our social media, I've been trying to bring attention to that.
Absolutely.
So I think it's good to recognize those people.
You do well at that. Yeah. It's an awesome thing. I just wish more people would jump on board with it.
Less Donkey Kong talk, more Edward Randy talk. Or Boogie Wings. Same thing. It's not the same thing. It's both Data East, I guess. Yeah, I guess you want to do the your outro.
All right. I guess that is it.
Cool.
Stay tuned. We'll be having a bunch more announcements. Wow.
Announcements.
Announcements. We will have a lot more announcements soon. Stay tuned to our Facebook page. Don't forget to join us for our Monday mystery game at 5 p.m. on Monday. Yes. That'll be coming up. It should be a good one. So for Pete Hahn, I'm Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we hope to see you around the arcade soon.